Hi everyone, welcome to Tech Together Tuesday. Today is July 28th. It is our fourth Tech Together Tuesday, and we will be covering Google Jamboard. Alright, so what is Jamboard? Jamboard is an application within our G Suite applications that will allow us to digitally whiteboard. And we can whiteboard individually, so I can whiteboard for myself and just take notes, or I can whiteboard and I can allow other people to view it so my students can see what I'm doing or other educators can see what I'm doing. Or we can all collaborate in one jam. So I'm going to walk you through what it looks like to create your jams and what it looks like from the Chrome perspective, and then I'll make another video that will show us what it looks like from the iOS and then how to upload it into your Google Classroom. Alright, so let's get started. How do you create a jam? So if I get started through my Google Drive, I have two options right on the screen. My first option is to go to my waffle, and then I can scroll through and see the Jamboard application. So here's the icon for the application, so that's one. My other way is to go into the new button and then more, and then from here I have my Google Jamboard. So I can create a new Jamboard in either one of those spaces. I can also go to jamboard.google.com, which will take me directly to my Jamboard dashboard. So here in my dashboard, I can see all of my jams, and I can see the jams that are owned by anybody or owned by a specific person. If I've just recently created one, I want to refresh, I can refresh. I can alphabetize and sort, or I can view them in row view. I also have the option to open a link. This isn't something that we're going to be using, so you can just ignore that one for now. Once you are in your Google Jamboard dashboard page here and you want to create a new jam, you can just press that plus sign and a new jam will open up. So again, I am in my Chrome browser right now, and here is my Jamboard. The first thing I do is I title it. So this is going to be titled Tech Together Tuesday Example. There we go. Okay, so here's my example. First thing, I'm going to walk you through all the different symbols that you see, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to give you some examples of how you might use them. So your first one up at the top here. I have one frame. When I open up a jam, one frame opens up. If I want multiple frames, I can do that by just clicking on this arrow button. Why would you want multiple frames? Well, you may want to assign it to a particular student if you have multiple students editing the same jam. So you might want to assign 1 to student A, 2 to student B, 3 to student C, so on and so forth. You might want to assign different groups to a specific jam. So if there's multiple students working within one jam, one frame, they can be brainstorming together, but their brainstorm isn't exclusive to just their group. It is for the entire class if everybody is able to view it. I also may want to have a Jamboard that is just viewable by the students, so I may want to set it up with information that the students can click on and engage with, but they can't actually edit. So there are multiple ways that you may want to use multiple frames, but here's how you can create them. If you click on this arrow here, it'll take you to the next frame, and then you have infinite frames, so it'll just continue to create new frames. To navigate through, you can click on the shark tooth here to expand, and then you can click on it again to collapse. I can select which frame I want to go into, click on it, and it will take me there when I close my frame. So right now I am in 1 of 4. So undo button, redo button, zoom button, I can change my background. So this is kind of fun because if you're using it for math class, you might want to use the squares. If you are doing something that is image-based, you might want to have a black background or the blue background. So you can play around with these backgrounds, and you can always change the background even after you have begun editing things and adding things to your Jamboard. So I'm going to keep it on this guy here, and now I'm going to go through my tools. So the tools that I see, I have my pen, which can be either a marker, highlighter, or a brush, and my colors as well. So if I want to use my pen and have this awesome blue color, I can do that. I can also erase different parts of my drawing if I'm going to be drawing. One thing to keep in mind, within Chrome, if you're using your computer and you're using your touchpad instead of a mouse, it is tricky for students to actually be able to easily write on here. So if you're asking them to do math equations, or if you're asking them to write notes down, you may want to suggest that they do the note-taking within stickies, or if they're doing math equations, it may be easier with a finger on a mobile device. So this is your sticky note. So a sticky note can come in any color, and it can be non-colored as well. So a sticky note will just offer you text. So if I write something, it appears as text. I can move my sticky into my frame. So here it is. When I have something highlighted, I have these blue dots around the corners. I can expand, or I can contract, and I can twist. And of course my More button, my dot, 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 I can duplicate, delete, or edit my sticky note. These same highlighted buttons appear in the images. So if I upload an image, if I have one on my computer, I can upload, I can do a Google image search, I can add something from my Drive or from my Google Photos. Let's just try adding dogs. So I'm going to add a photo of a dog. So here's this guy. So as this gets into my frame, here it is. I have my blue dots as well, so I can shrink or I can expand, I can twist, I can do the duplicate or delete. I can even add a GIF in here, so if I want a specific type, I can add a specific type, but I can go, see if I have a GIF that will appear. Let's see this guy, he looks cute. So this is a moving image, so there you go, you can add your little GIFs in there as well. And of course you have a laser pointer. A laser pointer is great for highlighting specific things, so if you add something on here and you want to draw attention to it, you can use the laser pointer. Alright, so tune back in. I'm going to show you what it looks like from an iOS device and how to get it into your Google Classroom.